Hello, Zahra. Your presence in my life is a precious gift for which I am eternally grateful. You are my guiding light, my unwavering support, and my constant source of awe. Every aspect of you is a marvel, and my love for you will only grow stronger with time.
Where the doors are moaning all day long, where the stairs are leading from dusk to dawn, where the windows are breathing in the light, where the rooms are a collection of our lives. This is a place where I don't feel alone. This is a place where I don't feel alone. This is a place that I call my home.
Let's make some noise, guys. First and foremost, I'd like to begin today's proceedings in the name of the Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we send salutations upon our messenger Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. For those who don't know me, I'm Ziad, Zahra's cousin, and I'll be your host for this afternoon. I promise the program will be kept as short as possible. I still need to go make lunch for you guys. On behalf of the Dullah and Wadi, as well as the Ahmad and Papa family, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to each and every one of you for gracing us with your presence, for the union of Rameez and Zahra, as well as being part of the beginning of a new chapter in both of their lives. This occasion embodies not just the marriage of this beautiful couple, but rather the union of two families. With that being said, I genuinely wish Rameez's family a ton of luck. It's actually a funny story how I got through the MC. Zahra initially asked her favorite cousin. He said no. She then asked her funniest cousin. He also said no. She then asked the most handsome cousin, and yet again he said no. Then she said, Ziad, please, will you be the MC for my wedding? I said, sure. You've asked me 3 times already. Yes, I'm all there. So I'd like to kick off this afternoon's proceedings with a recitation of the Holy Quran by Zaid Wadi, the cousin of the bride.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وسيق الذين واتقوا ربهم إلى الجنة زمرا حتى إذا جاءوها وفتحت أبوابها وقال لهم خزنتها سلام عليكم طبتم فادخلوها خالدين وقالوا الحمد لله الذي صدقنا وعده وأورثنا الأرض نتبوأ من الجنة حيث نشاء فنعم أجر العاملين وترى الملائكة حافين من حول العرش يسبحون بحمد ربهم وقضي بينهم بالحق وقيل الحمد لله رب العالمين صدق الله العظيم.
MashaAllah, and Jazakallah Zaid for blessing us with that beautiful recitation. I'm now going to pass on to the best man, Yasser. He's going to take us away.
There we go. If you don't know me, you might be at the wrong wedding. I'm here to talk about the overdressed couple over there and my relationship to them. For the record, I'd met both Rameez and Zahra and knew of their mutual interest in each other before they interacted. Zahra had told me how she had liked trouser boys fashion, and Rameez told me his feelings about a special girl he had seen on campus. With the knowledge of this mutual interest, I chose to let them find each other on West Campus at Wits, since both seemed eager enough to approach each other, whether or not I was involved. But my involvement doesn't stop there, because not many people know that I went on Zahra's first date with Rameez before she did. Rameez had planned to take Zahra at Doppio Zero at Greenside and decided to scope out the restaurant beforehand. We spent the entire evening discussing the logistics and plan for his date, from the distance of the parking lot to the seating choice, so as not to be too cold or too hot, too loud or too quiet. We studied the menu and discussed separate dishes, sharing dishes, desserts. We finally tested the ambience with some light footsie under the table. Just kidding. By the end of it, the restaurant was ready to observe two lovebirds sing and dance to the music in their heads and the sparkles in their eyes. Oh. I've known Rameez for 16 years, and I've been best friends with Rameez for 16 years. This is exactly 80% of our conscious lives. For the actuaries in the room,
a little more than 80.002% for Rameez, because he is 6 days younger than me. As we all know, the people you surround yourself with are a representation of your character. Then Rameez, you must be caring, passionate, loving, and extremely good-looking. These are all immediately obvious to anyone who interacts with you. What I find extremely special about Rameez is his ability to throw himself fully into his passions. I've always admired this about you. Whether it be studying, for academic purposes, or your own hobbies, you never do anything half-heartedly. When we'd be studying together for exams, I would take breaks every 20 minutes or so and find him in the zone for the second hour in a row. I strongly believe that Rameez's work ethic is his strongest suit. Yes, I do provide him with job references. I know we've all caught a glimpse of Rameez's admirable work ethic and his by-the-book nature, but what might come to a surprise to some is his mischievous side. The story that comes to mind so often as I see him domesticated, buying water and electricity units, plugging in toasters, telling me about the new deal he got on curtains. It's the time we were both fascinated with the propulsion of wet paper balls through plastic straws. To cut a long story short, 2 naughty 11-year-olds were left hiding their plastic straws. Uncle Zunaid was left fuming. Probably the only time I've ever seen him proper angry. And an innocent lady at the petrol station with 2 spitballs in her hair. Rameez has a long list of accolades to his name, including his magnum opus, getting Zahra to marry him. I know that he values family above all else, which bodes well for their life together with like-minded Zahra, whose large and lovable family is perfect for Rameez to love to his heart's content. And to have a place in Rameez's heart is truly a privilege, as he is fully dedicated to his passions, and he is passionate about everything in his heart. Cheesy, I know, but true. I'm so proud of both of you, and I cannot express it enough in words. Zahra, you look absolutely stunning today. And as much as this day is about you, please don't forget about our Rameez. You're a strong-willed, vivacious person who's the perfect complement to Rameez's easygoing character. Please also keep a separate bed for me when I visit and come see the amazing life that I know you two will build together. I wish the two of you the very best in this next exciting chapter together. And please remember that Rameez has only ever safely cooked 2-minute noodles and ordered McDonald's. He has been ambitious with the recent purchase of kitchen appliances. And Zahra, fine. I guess we can share them now. I love you both so much and look forward to seeing you both love and care for each other as much as your family and friends adore you. I would like to thank the organizers of all the events for putting together a most memorable wedding week for us all. Thank you in advance to the aunties and uncles for distributing photos through WhatsApp. Thank you to the caterers and servers for doing a wonderful job every day. And finally, thank you all of you for not giving Rameez any plastic straws.
Jazakallah for that, Yasser. I think we'll chat after for some more stories. Moving on, I would now like to ask one of Zahra's bridesmaids, Amara Garda, to share some stories.
Just for context, Ziad is also my cousin, so it's okay that he called me that and no one else. Okay, so I am one of Zahra's slaves, but I'll explain why that is all worth it hopefully in the speech. So generally, I mean, it's quite easy for me to write speeches for things. I come from a family that talks a lot, and writing a speech is like very natural for us. But genuinely, for the first time ever, when I sat down to write this speech, I was feeling really overwhelmed. And I mean, I did drink a Red Bull yesterday at the nikah, so maybe I was crashing from that. I'm not sure. But I think I was just busy recounting all of the moments and memories that I've shared with Zahra. if the speech was a second long, I could sum up everything in one sentence, which is that Zahra is the most special person I have ever met. But luckily, the speech isn't 1 second, which is a testament to just how generous she is. So I'm Zahra's second cousin, but I am her first frazen. Frazen is a made-up word. I mean, sure, you are meant to be friends with your cousins, and sometimes you can stay friends with someone for long enough that they become family. But I don't think that the bond that Zahra and I share was something that the English language was ever really prepared for. We were meant to get along, to laugh too loudly at each other's jokes, to fight with each other when the other one skips a family function without telling us. That was the expected outcome of our relationship. But Zahra's never been one to play by the rules, and I'm really grateful for that, because we're somehow closer than cousins and closer than friends and more annoying than both of those. When we were young and growing up, I always viewed her as a little bit annoying. She was a year younger than me, but in the same grade as me, like very pretentious little girl. So I knew, of course, someone had made a mistake. Yasser said he's known Rameez for 16 years and they've been friends for 16 years. I've known Zahra for 24 years, and I spent maybe like 14 of those years not being her friend. But I'm sorry for wasting those years. And thank you for forgiving me for that really bad choice, and for now loving me when I make other bad choices. I'm now 25, Zahra's 24, and thinking of the things that we've done together, the list is incredibly long, but I'll start with the one that happens most frequently, or happened most frequently, which is crying over boys together. Including this, Zahra sat in the car with me while I only had a learner's license and didn't shout at me when I forgot to put the handbrake up, and the car rolled down in Parkhurst somewhere. Nothing got bumped. This is why Mom and Dad, you don't know this story. She literally ran after the car with me to like save it. So that's the type of person Zahra is. She has helped me manage really embarrassing bathroom situations. She has attended boring MSA meetings just so that she could vote for me to be on the committee at the end. She forced Uncle Mohammed to fetch me and drop me and fetch me and drop me. And I'm sure forced Uncle Mohammed and Auntie Sham to take me with them on holiday to Durban. She has shared her makeup removal cloth with me. She saved my life by shouting at me when I wanted to eat calamari that I had not left in the fridge overnight on camp one day. She sends me TikToks even though I reply to them once a month. She watches Afrikaans movies with me and then buys me the DVD so that I can keep it as a memento. She gets angry at people on my behalf. She laughs at all of my jokes in such an authentic way that I genuinely believe she thinks I'm hilarious. She debriefs with me after every function. There will be a debrief after this one, so I hope everyone's behaving. She even gave me her password for her Gmail account so that I could get us tickets to Taylor Swift. Say inshallah. Essentially, Zahra shows up. There has never ever been a time in my life where I've needed her and she didn't show up. There was one time of my 21st birthday party where she arrived like 2 hours late, but that was only because my brother fetched her. She's the most loyal person I have ever known. She's committed to Justin Bieber, to Slytherin, to making amazing condensed milk coffee, to saving me a few pieces of chocolate brownies every time she makes them, to brightening every single room that she walks into, to keeping some plasters in her university bag just in case I got a paper cut because she knows I'm terrified of blood. Zahra, if it wasn't obvious, I love you with my entire heart. Rameez, I hope you know what a privilege it is for you to get to love someone as amazing as her. Perhaps if it was 1930, Zahra would be labeled stubborn, difficult, bratty by small-minded people, but it's 2023, And alhamdulillah, we've gotten to a place where we can appreciate the passion of someone as headstrong and powerful as her. She studied, oh wait, sorry, I skipped a whole sentence. Zahra's never been shy to defend others or to call things out when they're problematic. She studied fine art and still remained respectful even when random people told her it was a useless degree. She had the courage to do her PGCE when it was probably easier to just stay put at work. She has a voice and she knows that it matters, but she also knows that the voice of others matters just as much, which is why I think she gave me the mic today. She knows what she wants, and even if she's afraid, she'll push through anything and everything to get it. That's why when Zahra told us she officially had a boyfriend who was not a South Korean pop star whom she had never met, we knew it had to be someone really special. It also wasn't a cardboard cutout of Niall from One Direction. So Rameez, she really did handpick you, and she will choose you every single day. I know that you'll do the same, because you have to be someone really special if she was willing to change her plans for you. Those plans include living alone with a cat and wearing her Forever Alone t-shirt every Valentine's Day. Believe me, I know how special you are, Rameez, because I propose to her probably every week. Years ago, I don't know where Auntie Julie is sitting, but years ago, Auntie Julie asked Zahra and I, when are we getting married? And we told her the great news that we were going to marry each other. But I guess our bond was that strong because she wasn't even that shocked. Alhamdulillah, she's still here with us. Rameez, if I can't be Zahra's husband, I'm very happy that it's you. From the moment we met you, you guys just made sense as a couple. It's one of the most organic relationships I've ever seen, where in a weird way, it kind of feels like you've been married for years already. Uncle Muhammad asked Zahra earlier, how does it feel to be married? And she was like, the same. So yeah, I guess since you have a husband now, I'll just be your biggest fan, which isn't difficult because you literally make everything better and brighter. Sometimes I'm not convinced Zahra's real. But then she just shows up and she brings so much joy with her. Just when I think that she's the best person I could have conjured up, there she goes and bees even better than I can comprehend. Not only is Zahra the redeeming quality in a chaotic world, but she's the one that makes us believe in a better world. She is that better world. I really couldn't have predicted that I'd get a front row seat to so many significant moments in your life. And I really didn't know what type of person would be the perfect permanent +1 for you either, until I met Rameez. I guess the key lesson from this is we plan, but Allah plans, and Allah is the best of planners. I love you, my yellow paint, and I love you too now, my frazen-in-law.
Jazakallah for that, Tamara. I see Zahra only wrote about half of your speech for you. Guys, we're getting there. I hope you brought some snacks with. I saw Uncle Zunaid and Uncle Mohammed drop some samosas in their pocket. Now, hopefully, we're going to get some secrets. I want to call on Zayana, the sister of Rameez, to give us some secrets, hopefully.
Sadly, no secrets today. I have to be nice to him. Okay. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and good afternoon to the dearest of family and friends here today. I am Zayana, Rameez's one and only sister and sibling. I've always known that I wanted to give a speech at my brother's wedding one day, but I never knew exactly what I wanted to say. Throughout Rameez and Zahra's engagement, I've had some thoughts and written some prompts, but how do you begin to formulate how much your brother means to you in just a few paragraphs? Or how do you quantify the love and admiration you have for your brother and his bride? I most probably will start crying and I will get very emotional, so please bear with me for the next few minutes. I have known Rameez my whole life. There's no Zayana without Rameez. He's been my protector the biggest annoyance, my fighting partner, my swimming teacher, my guide, my life coach, my biggest inspiration, and most of all, my best friend. Like all siblings, we have definitely had, oh, my contacts are blurring up a bit. Like all siblings, we have definitely had our fights and our arguments, but the difference with me and Rameez is that we are very close. We have to share a laugh and make up before we go to bed or before we go anywhere else. I'm the best at holding grudges, but Rameez is the best at making sure that nobody goes to bed with hurting hearts and crying eyes. Ooh. Sorry. Rameez is the most loving, caring, and sensitive person I know, and I don't know how I scored so lucky with him as my brother. There is no one I would rather have grown up beside and learned from. I mean, I even followed in his career path. My personality is tied with Rameez's. I don't know who I am without him, and I don't know who I would have been if it were not for him. Rameez, thank you for existing. Thank you for being my brother. Thank you for loving me when I did not love myself. Thank you for always believing in me. I thank the Almighty for giving me you. May He continue to bless your soul with kindness, compassion, and a lifetime of happiness. Zahra came into our lives with the biggest smile and the biggest heart. As much as I thank Rameez for being in my life, I'm infinitely grateful to have Zahra join our family. I've been in awe of Zahra from the moment I met her at the grade 8 Stay Awake. She has always been herself and been the sister I needed. I used to believe that there was no one deserving of my brother. How could someone love him the way he deserves to be loved? But that was before I knew you. You love my brother so easily, so gently, and so wholeheartedly. Your heart knows no bounds, and the way in which you make Rameez happy is anything we could have ever asked for. Zahra is the most magnificent addition to my family. She has brought love, warmth, humor, and an infinite amount of herself that just completes us. I did not know we were missing something, but without her, our lives are stagnated. She makes us all better. And I speak for my parents and my family when I say we are truly blessed to have you, Zaza. May Allah grant you all that your heart desires and a lifetime of happiness and contentment. The two of you together makes me remember how lucky we are to have love in this life. The Almighty has brought us into this world to live a life of love. And sitting here in front of you all today reminds me of how we must love in everything that we do. We must love ourselves, our parents, our siblings, our partners, the earth, the sky, the moon, and the stars. From the smallest of organisms to the largest of tasks, love is what makes this world bearable. Love also comes from beyond the grave. Oh, how my grandparents would have loved to be here in person. But alhamdulillah, we know they are in a better place and always in our hearts. Granny Norma, Grandpa Dudley, Granny Kulsum, and Grandfather Ghulam, Uncle Ashwin, and all of our lost love family and friends. We ask Allah to bless you wherever you are. Your kindness, your souls, your minds, and your hearts are sorely missed, and not a day goes by where we don't remember your love for us. We hope you are looking down upon us today in love. We love you. May Allah grant you all a Jannatul Firdaus. Ameen. I must thank my parents for bringing Rameez into this world and for being the most generous of souls. We are not ourselves without you. Thank you to Auntie Shamila and Uncle Muhammad for bringing the angel that is Zahra into this world. For if it were not for your love, she would not be here to love my brother. Thank you all for attending today. A wedding is the guests. Each one of you has been carefully chosen today because of what you mean to the beautiful couple sitting in front of me. Sorry. Your presence to ours, love and generosity know no bounds. I would like to thank the Creator for bringing us all here today, for allowing us to love, for bringing Rameez and Zahra into each other's lives, and for our existence. We are because of the Almighty. May we remember Him always in our lives. Zahra, please take good care of my brother. His love is infinite, and he loves you with all that he is. I really struggled to write this speech, but I've always found solace within poetry. And so I wrote a poem to conclude my speech, and I'd like to share it with you, all of you. Okay. Rameez, you and me against the world, from birth to childhood to the teenage years. Now adulthood and onto middle times to old age and forever. It's you and me against the world. Two little hands always messing with my hair, begging for a playmate and a friend for the day. Kicking, fighting, screaming, shouting, but always love and smiles at sunset. My big brother, my fighting partner, my savior and my protector. My big brother, it is you and me against the world. Puberty now, and lots of attitude. Me and you, always rude. I stole your personality, but you're the one who molded me into you. A bit of distance grew between, but nothing that a laugh or a joke couldn't fix amongst the fear of growing up. Making our place in this world. It is you and me, enemies. Post-war, we start to glow. Best friends now, our hearts afloat. Our parents driving us insane. Our life will never be the same. We lean on each other for advice, for support. There is no one better who I'd like to follow in this world. It's you and me again, best friends until the end. Now you meet your one true love. I keep my distance but still warm my heart. She is everything you deserve, the kindest girl, the sweetest soul. It is you and her forever now, you and her against the world. I love you always, you're my forever friend. There is no me without you, but now she's there too. I love you both, you make my heart swell. There is no one I'd rather be with in this hell. You both care for me for the way I don't care for myself. Rameez and Zahra, forever in love. Thank you for this next part of life. Thank you both for teaching me how to love myself. I love you, more than words can describe. Please do not forget me in your new life. Congratulations, my brother and new sister. It is you against the world now. Make it count.
Thank you, Zahra, for those really touching and loving words. I'm now going to move on to the sister-in-law of the bride, Nabila, to take the floor. I saw you rehearsing there in the corner.
Can you guys see me? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. First and foremost, I'd like to say to my Zahra, you look like a vision. You are so beautiful and radiant today, mashallah. Upon meeting Zahra for the first time, I was very nervous because being a sister to two younger brothers, I would expect their future wives to be nervous when meeting me. However, I adored her from day one. I thought that she was so cute and funny and most of all, so kind. The thing I loved the most about Zahra is how comfortable she always made me feel. We can always speak about anything and laugh for the silliest things. We can also argue about which metro to take and whether we'll have water and lights when we come back from our holiday. But that's what's so special about us. We just get each other. I never knew what having a sister meant until I met Zahra. She's no longer just a sister-in-law to me. She's a very tall little sister. My Zahra, I just wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you. Actually, I can't look at you. I'm gonna cry. Thank you thank you so much for showing me what a real sister is like. Thank you for always making our relationship so effortless and easy. Thank you for all the laughs and days spent in PJs at my house while you work and I bake, and we eat our favorite junk food and speak about almost everything. I am truly going to miss you. I'm going to miss messaging you to quickly come up and see if my outfit's okay, or calling you and asking you if I can come raid your closet. I'm going to miss having you over for supper on random nights with Rameez and I, but most of all, I'm really just gonna miss you and miss seeing you every day. I love you and I'm extremely happy for you and this new era in your life called marriage. I can't give much advice on marriage because I've only been married for a year. But what I can tell you from my experience so far is that marriage is what you make of it. If you make it unpleasant, it will be unpleasant. If you make it a chore, it will be a chore. But if you make it magical, it will be nothing but magical. I also learned that marriage is about love, trust, honesty, respect, communication, and most of all, compromise, even though your brother compromises more than I do. Marriage also means teamwork. It's okay for a man to stack a dishwasher, but it's also okay for us to take out the trash sometimes. Don't change who you are. Don't change who you are. And most importantly, don't try and change each other. Live your best lives and always put each other first before anyone else. My dua for you today is that you and Rameez will always be this happy and that your marriage will always be this blessed. Inshallah, Ameen. Say Ameen. Rameez, welcome to our family, even though you've been in it much longer than I have. It's nice to officially be able to call you a brother from another mother. I'm also excited and happy that Rameez will no longer be the third wheel when Zahra and I are together. I wish that you will be happy too. Please look after my sister. Love her and respect her always. But the most important thing I have to tell you, Rameez, is good luck. Good luck for the 8 hours you might possibly spend in the Louvre in Paris someday. I love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nabila. Sorry we weren't able to adjust the podium height. Okay. A late addition on the guest speaker list, Auntie Savi, the grand aunt of the groom, would like to share a few words with us.
Good afternoon, everyone. I beg your indulgence. I was not part of this program, but it was imperative that there are certain things that I say, and this, Zahra, is especially for you. And I speak on behalf of the grandparents, the Ahmad grandparents, and the Patha grandparents. And this is something very special, and I hope that it will remain in your consciousness, in your marriage, in your life. Everyone has covered so much already, and I'm not going to repeat. The tear-jerking and beautiful sentiments expressed touch us deeply. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to just present something it's especially for you, Zahra. This is a key. It's not real silver or real gold, but it comes with the sentiments of real gold and real silver and all that is precious in this life. Everett, may I have that, please? And I promise to be short. It is superfluous to tell you, Zahra, in words, how proud we are and happy we are today to receive you as a member of our family. And as I said, I speak for the Pathas and the Ahmads. When we establish a home for ourselves, the first thing we do is to get a key and to give a key to several members of our family, so they may come and go as they desire. Although the younger generation do not need a key, they normally come home with the milkman, so the door's open by then. And I think this still prevails. So, to show you the affection for your dearest, Zahra, and to accept you into our family, we give you this key. This key, it is my pleasure and honor to extend to you a sincere welcome and to present to you on behalf of the Patha family and the Ahmad family this key. The key is a symbol of trust and high regard that we have for you, the high esteem that we have for you, and the high esteem we have for your wonderful family. And we go back a long, long time. Even before you were born, I knew your parents. So, our home is now your home. We hope that you will make free use of it, for the key is a key to our hearts. And I think it's a key to the hearts of everybody that sits in this room here today. Our home is your home always. Our love is your home. Our love is your love always. And Rameez, you don't have to look so pleased. They certainly make a splendid couple. Give them a hand of applause. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for allowing me this few moments.
Thank you, Auntie Savi, for that lovely gesture along with those lovely words. Really appreciate it. As we approach the conclusion of the proceedings, I would now like to ask Rameez, the brother of the bride, to tell everyone thank you for going in the vote of thanks.
Thanks, Yad. Always full of jokes. Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. As many of you may know, I'm far from a public speaker. However, as the brother of the bride, I've been tasked to give the vote of thanks, so please bear with me. On behalf of the Dula and Ahmad family, I would like to thank you all for attending this wonderful event celebrating the union of Zahra and Rameez. We would like to extend a special thank you to Auntie Amina and Uncle Kasim Bellum, as well as Yad and Arch, for always making our functions the most amazing and going above and beyond for us, no matter how big or small the occasion. To Auntie Sumaya Valley, we thank you for creating the most extraordinary parcels and being Zahra's part-time dressmaker and full-time personal shopper during endless trips to perfectly furnish their new home. To all those who have traveled from far and wide, we thank you for taking the time, money and effort and putting it into enjoying this beautiful day with us. To Zahra's friends, thank you for taking the pressure off of me. I was Zahra's only friend for many years, and that's only because Mom told me to be so. You have been through good times and bad times with Zahra, but your loyalty has never wavered. All 5 of you are the best. Amara Garda, you don't count. You were forced to be Zahra's friend. To my parents, Mohammed and Shamila, no words can express the gratitude owed to you for all that you have done. Not only for the wedding, but for all the time, effort, and patience that you've sacrificed to make us the people we are today. We know that you have worked so hard to always give us the best, and we hope that it was all worth it. Zahra and myself would not be as educated, respectful, or successful as we are today without the lessons, love, guidance, and advice that we call upon every day. To my beautiful wife, Nabila, you have become the sister Zahra never had. Thank you for taking my sister as your own and sharing your time and food with her. Nobody else would have the patience that you do. We all owe you one. They say it takes a village to raise a child. So to the countless other people who have known Zahra over the last 24 years, we thank you for playing a part in Zahra's life and helping shape her into a now married woman. All in attendance today truly hold a special place in Zahra and Rameez's lives. And in the union of Zahra and Rameez, we have united 2 families as well. Inshallah, the relationship between our families grows stronger as the marriage of the bride and groom grows stronger each day. May Allah keep the couple happy for many, many years to come. Lastly, a message from Zahra to Rameez. Thank you for checking your Instagram DMs at Trouserboy. Shout out to Zuckerberg for making this day possible. And finally, and most importantly, we thank Allah for bringing us together on this special occasion. And we hope that all in attendance remember this wonderful day for many years to come. Jazakallah.
Thanks for that, Rameez. It's definitely the most amount of words I've heard from you in a very long time. From my side, I must say, mashallah, Rameez and Zahra. You guys make a beautiful couple and complement each other so, so well. Allah keep you guys happy and fill your marriage with barakah and joy forever, inshallah. Rameez, you remember walking down the aisle about 20 minutes ago? You remember? Ingrain that in your mind very clearly, because that'll be the very last time that you'll be the step ahead of Zahra. On that note, I would like to wrap up the proceedings by asking Uncle Zahir to deliver the closing dua.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم لا إله إلا هو الحليم الكريم سبحان الله رب العرش العظيم الحمد لله رب العالمين نسألك موجبات رحمتك وعزائم مغفرتك والغنيمة من كل بر والسلامة من كل إثم لا تدع لنا ذنبا إلا غفرته ولا هما إلا فرجته ولا حاجة هي لك رضا إلا قضيتها ويسرتها يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم من النبيين والصديقين والشهداء والصالحين وحسن أولئك رفيقا اللهم ثبتنا على الإيمان وأمتنا على الإيمان واحشرنا يوم القيامة مع المتقين مع الإيمان اللهم حبب إلينا الإيمان وزينه في قلوبنا وكره إلينا الكفر والفسوق والعصيان واجعلنا من الراشدين اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين اللهم إنا نسألك من كل خير ما سألك منه نبيك وحبيبك محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم ونعوذ بك من كل شر ما استعاذك منه نبيك وحبيبك محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم أنت المستعان وعليك البلاغ ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم بفضل سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Jazakallah, Uncle Zahir, for the lovely dua. I would now like to ask everyone to please stand as the bridal party exits. Thereafter, the guests are free to proceed to the main hall to enjoy the lunch that I'm still preparing.
It's a new world. Only time I have to do. All these worries are for you. So it's a new world. Conversations let me drown. All I'm thinking about is a new world. We ain't dead to what we feel. All I'm thinking about is a new world. Only time I have to do. All these worries are for you. So it's a new
Here's to countless adventures together and an eternal journey filled with love and happiness. My extraordinary partner. I can't believe I get to call you my wife from today, every day, and forever. I'm gonna cry.
I've done it in one take. That was nice.